Hey guys, Koshaba from 360 Fit. It's really excited to be linking up with these guys at Crossfit Knoxville. I'm really excited to be part of the CrossFit community here. We're going to show you a little bit of animal flow. So if you're not familiar with animal flow, it's basically yoga and Pilates on steroids. I like to consider it. Short mobility here, 3 to 4 different movements, but really good for thoracic rotation, opening up those hips, etc. So you could use this as a warm-up tool or as a cool-down tool as well. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our deep 8 position. We're gonna set ourselves roughly about, I would say, squat width. As we descend down, you wanna slightly create tension through your feet. So imagine you're opening and closing a bottle and then ripping the ground apart. We're gonna drive our arms out. Slowly settle deep into our 8 position here. Next, I'm going to reach out, spreading my fingertips as well. Second position, I'm going to draw my hips, almost like someone is pulling me from the front and the rear, so anterior, posterior, reaching here. I then initiate rotation. So I'm turning my palms out. If you guys notice, I'm going to drop my head, ears right between my biceps. From there, I'm going to begin reaching down with my thumbs. Still maintain a nice post with the hips. I'm going to clasp my knees together. As soon as I do so, I then push. I say pushing on the gas, so that means I'm just pushing onto the ball of my foot. I then open up my palms and almost imagine like someone's ripping my body in half, left to right side. Simultaneously, we're really getting those knees wide as well, opening up the hips. Kind of hang out here for a couple breaths. From there, we slowly release that position, settling low into our heels. We then walk it forward into our static beast position. So what's important here, it's a very simple looking movement. We want to maintain neutral spine, so I'm going to slightly tuck my chin in. I'm opening and closing my bottles. Neutral spinal alignment. Once I'm set there, you can hold this anywhere from 5 to 10 seconds. As soon as we're done there, I'm gonna go into my lateral kick-through. So first I'm gonna show you a modified position. So I'm going to roll on my foot first. So if I'm going to my right side, imagine we're aiming the toes directly at a 3 o'clock position. I'm going to pick up my hand, almost imagine like you're grabbing a resistance band and you're pulling it nice and tight. So I'm going to tuck my rear leg up against the heel, creating tension. Notice I'm not losing slack in my shoulder. I still want to create tension, straight line down to the forearm and hand. I return to center. The next movement is now just going to be the full version of the lateral kick-through. I rotate, grab my imaginary resistance band, and I'm pulling through. What helps me with the analogy, almost imagine like you guys are pulling a bow and your leg is the arrow. So I slightly externally rotate my hip, creating tension here. I'm stabbing out with my toes. The back of my hand is roughly at my jaw. From there, I'm going to push onto the ball of the foot, or again, pushing on the gas. I rotate back to center, reset in our beast, and then we go opposite directions. Now my foot is facing directionally into a 9 o'clock. Drawing tension, modified position again. We can tuck that rear foot up against the heel, still drawing tension here. If we want that full version, grab the imaginary bowstring, leg is the arrow, slightly externally rotate it out, correct the shoulder if necessary, hold that tension, push on the gas. Once I reset, now I'm going to load my beast position. So I'm going to push the ground away forcefully, keeping my knees floating within about an inch off of the ground. So I'm pushing, and then I'm going to pull myself as I unload into a power lunge position. So I'm holding that tension tight, still creating tension here. We never want to lose that. Opening up into our thoracic rotation. You can exhale up into our fingertips, slowly reverse. Once I set my foot, now I'm going to initiate a leg sweep. All the way out, reload my power position, and then I open up to the outside, opposite side here. Open up into our thoracic, exhale, still drawing tension. Slowly bring it back to center, leg sweep. I reload my power position, and I'm going to pull myself back into my squat deep ape. From there, I stand nice and tall. Now we're gonna go full live motion. Again, setting my feet, opening and closing those bottles, spreading those fingertips, creating tension. Slowly sit low, take a breath, get those knees wide. From here, we're gonna reach out, begin rotating, hips go back, drop the head, thumbs down, drive the knees together. I push on the gas pedal, elevating those heels, opening up my body, turning those palms up nice and high. Rip the body in half, get those knees wide, control the breath, slowly release back into those heels. From there, I walk it forward again into my static beast. Opening, closing our bottles, shoulder is stacked above the wrist. From there, I'm going to initiate my lateral kick-through. Opposite side, reset, take a breath. Back to center. I load into my power beast. Big step in my unload lunge. I'm going to open up my thoracic spine. Big breath to our fingertips. Slowly reset that hand. Leg sweep out. Reset, power position. Pull and step simultaneously, drawing tension. Opening up, taking a big breath. Slowly reset that hand. Leg sweep out. Power position. Thrust ourselves forward. Reset. I'm gonna go a little bit quicker now. So this will be our final round. This is more intermediate advanced. Awesome. So again, that was only 3 round, guys. You guys can see I'm sweating pretty hard here. Use it as a warm-up tool, cool down tool, or you can even superset any mixed position. So if you're doing squats, deads, anything like that, mixing in that mobility simultaneously is gonna really help to keep that blood flowing throughout. Hope you enjoy, give it a try.